You guys still there? I can't log into my Twitter on Sam's phone. God.
12-minute walk from here. Why?
All right, should be there around 1. All right, we're gonna be meeting up with Roy. Stream on Sam's phone, you goose. God, people are so rude.
Sam IRL is being close.
Hold on, that would be upside down. All right, hold on.
We should probably start going.
Yeah, we gotta move. We'll just pay downstairs, I guess.
I'll just walk around with it in my hand. Like a blank face.
Evasion +4. Oh, I got chili sauce on this cord here.
Chili sauce all over. Just leave it here? Oh, first floor, okay.
Oop.
Alright. Good?
Sort of.
Cable man?
Cable man. All right, we got it. All right. Maybe. All right. All right. My leg's dead. This way?
Phone. I think it's like this way. It's being really annoying. Why is my GPS not working?
Why is everybody rips on me whenever I get your butt in frame? Like, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Sam's tall, and I'm short. And I happen to hold the camera low, so it's directly to Sam's butt.
This is annoying.
When else are you gonna see a young man's butt? Some people pay good.
Right?
Yeah, some people pay good money for that. I shouldn't say that.
You should make Rufus pay.
Make Rune just pay to see your butt? Is that what he's into?
Never mind.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey. That's neat. Interesting.
It's not acting normal.
We've got coordinates.
Okay, there we go. Hold on.
Nope, other way? Oh, yeah. Okay.
The problem was that, I guess, it gave me double the coordinates, so it wasn't giving me a live location, because it's just me from your phone.
I see.
So the first coordinate was your phone's location, the second coordinate was where Roy is.
I see. So we were walking to me, then get to that.
Well, no, I didn't get the compass. The live compass is how I mainly navigate it.
Yeah.
I just look at it, see where I'm pointed, and just walk in that direction.
All right.
I like this pants.
We're going to be like rampaging on food today. That's the goal.
Yeah.
That's all right.
As long as it's not a pants disaster, we should be fine.
It might happen.
I mean, maybe that's important. Maybe pants disaster is the key to continue.
That's how you recharge your power.
Yeah, I mean, you like input and then you just gotta expel, right?
So, like, Deku does the full cowling.
The full cleansing?
The full cleansing. I'm ready to eat again.
I'm really feeling it in my calves today.
Dude, my calves are like so strong.
They feel so tight.
Yeah.
You know? I'm gonna have to start running when I get back home or something. I'm liking this.
I hate aerobic activity.
Yeah, I know. Me too. I would just do weightlifts or something.
Yeah. Is it cool in Japan? I mean, you can see how everybody's dressed. It's beginning of fall weather, so it can kind of go either way.
We walk forward and take it like kind of left that way.
Some cheap meat, man. And beer.
But like we're like in the heart, you know?
It's just strange to be able to get a beer for under 200 yen.
Yeah.
In a restaurant, that is.
Like imagine getting that price like in like Times Square, New York.
Yeah, it'd be unbelievable.
Look at VR park.
That's not the sort of VR that we want to do.
No. Gotcha-gasm.
We're actually in a Uniqlo. We're going to be going back again tomorrow.
What?
We'll be going back to the Uniqlo tomorrow
Oh yeah.
at Shibuya Station. Because we will likely be buying that 2 or 3 day pass. It's a dog cafe.
I would love to
And
go
a bunny
to a dog
cafe.
I want to go to a dog or bunny cafe.
I'd rather have dogs.
Let's go. Yeah, you like dogs, right?
Bunnies are just rodents.
But you love dogs, but
I do love
you can't
dogs.
have one. So
I
let's go
can't
to a
have a
dog
dog.
cafe. 'Cause
Okay.
I like dogs too.
Okay. There's that funny story. I'm not sure if we told you, Stream. So yesterday morning,
BR. Wait.
we were on our way over to whatever, the subway station. And there's like this like little pet care shop. And there's like this little golden retriever outside, just kind of like tied up. It's got a little bowl of water. And this girl walks up, starts petting this golden retriever. Dog's clearly loving it. She's clearly loving the dog. And then she gets up to go away. And the dog just kind of bites her dress lightly. And she goes, "Oh no, please, I need to go." Because the dog didn't want her to leave. And he just kind of held on to her. And this entire scene took place over the course of about 10 or 15 seconds.
It was amazing.
And then the dog made her a little late. And then we saw her running down the street afterwards.
Look at that. Oh, never mind, went away. Those ladies dancing. They were doing the Fortnite dance. You know something that's really cool I noticed here? A lot of the doors aren't automatic. They have like a push to open.
Yeah, that's better.
It's because so they don't open and close non-stop the
Yeah,
whole night.
it's a waste.
Oh, look at the Final Fantasy ad.
Final Fantasy 14?
That's 14, right?
Yeah.
That's the MMO?
Yeah, that's the MMO. It's okay.
I think we turn right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Something like that. McDonald's is really hard to say in Japanese.
Is that pasta? The crab on it? It looks like a face hugger.
You're a face hugger.
I hear girls cheering in there. 24-hour something. I don't know what's going on in there. I don't really want to know.
I think that's
That was a host cafe.
Yeah.
Or hostess cafe.
They'll still chat though.
That's
They'll
not
get
good.
excited. It sounds so familiar.
This area seems a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
God, they love their highballs here.
Interesting lingerie.
Immediately starts looking for it.
Huh.
Yikes.
Yikes or pug?
Why not both? Why not hypers?
said like this way.
Kirby.
There's like kind of cut through this building. Hello.
Buy lingerie for wife?
Hold on.
Could buy lingerie for Noxella.
It's telling me like you're somehow able to cut through this building. We're not doing that.
That looks like the Dragon Ball Z symbol. Like the back of the shirt.
And this is way too interesting this way to turn it away. Streets of food.
Boner kebab.
This is Prague.
It's kind of crazy.
Easy clap. We gotta go diagonal.
All right. It's a pretty big crossing. This is the crossing, man. This is it.
Look at the art. Oh, so cute. Wait, is it like because of the girl again?
Huh?
They like had a girl earlier. Alright, let's go. God. This is gonna be fun. There's so many people, it's so weird.
About 1 out of every 10 people is streaming or recording this in some way. So I guess I don't feel that awkward. It's kind of like very postmodern, how everybody shows up to a place to be seen by everybody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And they always have their phones to show it off.
Yeah. And I've got like my dumpy iPhone in a stupid case. At least chat can't see that shame. Still this way, Sam? Do they meet at the statue of the dog?
We go this way.
All right.
Up and around.
Dog statue.
Hachiko. Let me take a picture right quick. Benefits of being tall. Pause.
Vámonos a Monterrey, gracias. ¿Quieres foto? ¿Cuánto? ¿Quieres o no? ¿Cuánto?
Oh, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Wow. Pro hack. Just be 6 feet tall in Japan.
I wanted a picture of the dog.
You got it.
I got a picture of two girls and a dog.
Even better.
Not so lucky. I just wanted a dog. What if Roy stands us up?
No, man. I mean, I DM'd him before 1 to say I'll be there. I mean, I don't know, man. I hope he's here.
It's Moyai's statue.
They're gonna want me to like kiss him and or lick him.
Really scared him. Can we get sushi with Roy?
You could ask.
I mean, sushi seems like a light enough thing after.
I mean, after what we've done, we've eaten almost all fried foods since. Well, I guess even breakfast I had that croquette. So did you, right?
Yeah, that's good. There's more near it. I think that's the statue.
All right. Seems like a pretty popular meeting place in general.
I think it's that.
It's just a rock. The Shibuya Crossing. This is it, right?
Yeah, this looks Smoker's Alley. Here's the Moya statue. That's a picture of it.
I'm not going to eat a leaf from the tree.
I'm gonna cover your stream experience. Let me get a better picture.
I don't care.
Where's Roy?
I don't know.
Why aren't you kissing him yet?
Huh?
Why don't you kiss Roy?
Maybe he's shy.
Look, Roy. Look, nose. You look dog nose, but not Roy's nose.
I'd lick his nose.
Look in the way of everyone. Let's just stand back over here. Just died a secondhand smoke.
Call Roy. I don't have cell phone service. I've been in airplane mode this whole time. Bet on Roy standing you up. I think those
6 minutes QUA bow on AT Teostra.
Is that a good time?
I don't know, but it's Q using bow.
He's growing. What if Q wants to take on Agent? I wonder how many people are invested into Monster Hunter Speedrun arena drama.
Wait, what about drama?
What if Roy licks you? Do you return the lick? I think that's only polite.
Lick me. Lick Rundus.
I guess I can get myself just in front of the statue so I'm not just like... Can I like compare foreheads?
Kiss statue.
Compare...
Ear hair.
Why do I have ear hair?
Yeah.
I've got Rogaine issues, man.
Is that an old person thing?
No, like the Rogaine gets on my ears.
Really?
Yeah, and it like makes your ear hair grow more.
That's
I'm not even joking.
That's the price you pay, huh?
It is. Yeah. And it's like just to get like, a little more hair. Not a lot. It just lets you keep what you have.
Yeah, you're looking good. A little gray, but looking good.
Little gray, but looking good. Little gray.
Yeah.
Is that a problem?
I mean, some people like gray. I like gray. But you know, something's gotta go green. Vomiting out content on my Instagram, dude. It's so bad. I feel so cultural.
You're good, man.
Yeah.
Like the security officer looks like he's ready to beat someone's ass.
Looks, gonna let loose, dude.
He looks pissed.
Who's also pissed? Roy. You know what these are? These are 5 yen.
Those are terrible.
These are 5. I noticed because my retain was 5 yen and they gave me one of these.
Thank God. We finally figured out that mystery. I think I just have like a whole sack of them somewhere.
I thought they were working.
Give Rogaine to security officer. He looks like he's got plenty of hair.
Yeah, he looks good.
Darker hair too, right? Looks older than me, but he doesn't look gray at all.
I mean, yeah, he looks good.
You want to explain what you mean by that
What
statement?
do you mean? He looks great.
Do I look great?
No. You have brain damage though, you know? He probably gets the full 8 hours.
I mean, I can go check. I don't. Does it kill the stream every time I tab out of this?
How about we wait? Let me pull it up and see what happens. Okay? It's loading right now. Time to wait for 1 hour. You haven't done it though. Don't tell us a good job.
Double tap home. I didn't.
Okay, stream's going. Okay, do it.
All right. Be right back, guys.
What happened? Did you check?
Yeah, I checked. He should be here soon.
You said you're soon?
5 minutes. But it just pauses to buffer, right? It should be back now. Should be here soon, guys. Should be here soon. You can just use me. Just use me and put a Photoshop filter on.
This could be a good thumbnail with just your head popping out.
That is my head. Silver Maverick, we've been in Tokyo for like, what, a week now, right? Yeah. Nah, we did our championship / exhibition dream match.
Yeah, we just live here now.
This is a in real life stream now, boys. These girls have locked arms. Deku Doku? They're like three musketeers.
If only Rudis was in the middle.
God, he'd be he'd have such swagger.
He'd be so sweaty.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe rain boots.
That's what friends do, Shep? I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I don't want to touch that. Get away from me.
It's kind of like a interesting place to meet up.
This is like the place, yeah.
I'd rather wait by the dog, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, you can take that up with Roy.
I will take it up with Roy.
Suplex Roy.
I will not suplex Roy. He's much taller than me.
By the way, Oli, let's take a drink.
Dude, don't like... You don't know how old she is. She could be like 20.
Older than me.
Older than you?
Yeah.
Because you're only 21 years old.
Don't worry about that.
I should have probably done the math.
It was 1995. quality stream content.
I mean, there's actually probably like a lot of demand for content of just like city life, you know, street life. A lot of people don't get this,
Yeah.
you know.
Without the bad smell of smoke.
Yeah, you get to skip that part.
Yeah.
Outside of the smoke, though, there's really aren't any too bad.
Smoke's not even an issue. We're just next to Smoker's Corner.
Tell Sam to hit on a Japanese girl. I tried to get him hooked up with the
I already did my stuff yesterday.
with the trap maid. He did go on a. You call that a date?
Yeah, I called it a date.
He was on a date yesterday, guys.
Yeah.
Hypers.
Yeah. Hypers. It was fun. I enjoyed it. We walked around the mall and like sat at like an indoor garden for a while, and then I walked her to the station.
Nice. Silver Maverick. The finals they happened last Sunday.
Guys, I missed it.
Guys, it happened, man.
When's finals?
We got 4th out of 5th. 4 out of 5.
You don't gotta say out of how many. Just say we got 4th.
We got 4th out of
4th in the world.
4th out of literally every other Monster Hunter team in the world.
Sounds good now.
Sounds really good now.
We're the 4th best in the world.
4th best in the world.
Come at us.
Let's hear from Team Hong Kong, Taiwan, South Korea, or Tokyo.
The eternal wait.
I believe in him. It's nice, you know, if it were raining, I'd be pissed. But it's not raining, so it's
If
fine.
it were raining, we'd be under there.
That's true. We're not that low brain.
This is actually a great waiting place now, actually. Super iconic landmark.
Look for the big
Bus
head.
stop. It's at a curve. Oh, there's like a cover.
There's an emergency telephone.
And you can smoke. That's
Where's-
interesting. People don't walk around smoking. You have to go to the side. to smoke.
Yeah.
And in the States, as long as you're outside, you can smoke.
That's not as common as it used to be, though.
Yeah, no one really does it.
I see him.
Oh, you see him?
Roy, I hope you don't mind. I'm a degenerate in real life streamer now.
You're a what? What? Are you really?
There you go.
Are
So-
you really?
Yeah, man. People right here.
No way.
Hold on, I'll flip it around. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
There you go.
Hello.
We've already eaten 2 meals, but we're ready to eat a 3rd.
Okay.
This is Sam, by the way, Samuel Wheeler,
Nice to meet you.
guest friend, comrade, co-champion from the stream.
Right. All right. Yeah, I saw your, you know, the big win. You guys like.
The big win in the USA.
Yeah.
That was easy.
I don't know how you did it. I would have been extremely nervous.
Oh, we were.
It's you fight through the pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pain's
yeah.
what motivates you.
Yeah, but honestly, like that's such a big part of it, anyways, is coming up with a strategy and then an execution that you can do in spite of nerves. Hard part with the USA Championship is there wasn't, at least that we discovered, any sort of like foolproof strat you can do. You just had to be good.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What we had in the dream match on Sunday.
Well, I mean, what we did was a foolproof strat, because sword and shield would be like the 200 IQ strat. That's way too hard. Like,
Yeah. No, but Sunday, if you watch the matches there, every team, ours for the first match, not for the second, but every other team had something that basically had a guaranteed result. It's just a puzzle. How can we lock this monster down until it dies? Don't let it move. Like the ideal scenario. So there's no RNG to affect you.
Right.
Yeah, the team that got last was doing a strat that actually could have had the number 1 time, 136. The best time that was there was 138?
138 was the strat, yeah.
138 from them, but an agent had what, 152?
Yeah, 152, yeah. But the nerves got to him, yeah.
Nerves got to him, or something got to him. We're not sure. So you want me to turn this off, or do you want to go?
No, I don't. I mean, whatever you guys want to do. Did you?
Well, hold on, you're the expert, man.
Well, I was gonna.
We have room.
my questions were going to be, what have you not eaten that you want to eat?
We've had sushi.
So I'll tell you what we've had. We've had rice bowls, we've had sushi, we've had gyoza,
That's pretty much it, really.
takoyaki. We've hit all the main categories.
I mean, we haven't had curry yet, but
I was going to say, like Japanese curry, you mean?
Yeah.
I know a good place for Japanese curry.
Let's go.
All right.
And what were your other questions?
Well, have you had ramen yet?
no, we're
No.
gonna do that tonight though with the guy from the team from Taiwan. We're going with them.
All right. They probably know where to get good ramen.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, curry then.
All right, let's go.
This way. It's an area that's kind of being gentrified a little bit because
Yeah.
people's going to be moving over here.
Really?
So yeah, it used to be like the bridge I'm about to take you under used to be like a lot of like just like drunk people and like homeless people hanging out under.
Sounds like my place.
Yeah, no, I'm totally fine with it, but they made them all.
They said, please leave. Now they live on top of that building with all the graffiti.
I don't know where they are.
Look at all that, man.
So, but yeah, I love this curry place. It's like a rare treat I afford myself too, because it's not the healthiest thing to have around lunch.
Well, I remember, I listened to all of your podcasts, and I remember the dawn of the jar salads.
Yeah.
How, you're not still doing those though?
No, it's.
Because then you went through a pizza phase.
Well, I'm always going through pizza phase.
Okay, that's something that's just like ingrained in you right now. But then there was a place that opened up and then it closed that you guys were happy about. Was it the pizza place?
Well, there was a salad place.
Salad place that opened up and you guys were always confused. Like Mark was always like, how is this place even staying open?
Well, I mean.
It closed, so I guess he was right.
Yeah, but I loved it because it was right next door. So like, if I like days when I would go to the gym, I would just pick up a salad on the way back, and like they knew me there, so they would like draw little smiley faces on the.
That's so nice.
On my dressing.
Yeah.
Container.
Yeah, we've. I mean, of course, we've only been here for just about a week, but I mean, it kind of lives up to all the hype. You know,
Yeah.
people super polite, super clean. Food's almost always super high quality.
Yes.
Only bad meal I ate was like 2 a.m. like lukewarm Lawson takoyaki.
Ah, yeah.
That's about as bad as you can get.
I have never had Lawson takoyaki, and it does not sound.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Just don't do it. I did it for you. I've paved that path, and don't need to do that again. No, that's actually probably the only thing that we actually were at the takoyaki museum in, what was it called again? Oeda? What was the name of that island we went to? Odaiba. We were in Odaiba.
Oh, Odaiba, yeah. That's a weird area. Did you know that's like a man-made island?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Sam was telling me it. I don't know how they made it, but
I guess they just dump a bunch of dirt.
just keep dumping dirt until it fills up. But yeah, we were in Odaiba and we went to the takoyaki museum. They had like 4 different chain places cooking takoyaki. It was all right.
I'm kind of like a firm believer that takoyaki is not really worth the energy or dead octopuses that they put into it.
Really?
Well, like, so when you eat takoyaki,
Yeah.
really, you're kind of just doing it for the toppings.
Yeah.
Like, I like
The-
the sauce.
Yeah,
and, like,
sauce
the
is good.
steaks and whatever, and like,
Yeah.
you know, you got the fried lump. Like, that's
Yeah.
really all you're in.
You want the fried pancake.
Yeah.
And the octopus can really be anything.
Yeah.
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 And they replaced it with a couple. They had the cheesy yaki and they replaced the octopus with cheese.
That
Yeah.
sounds good. That sounds like an improvement.
Why are they saying I turned off chat? I don't know what I
The
did.
other thing about octopus is like, is it octopus or octopuses?
Octopi?
The other
Octopi.
thing about octopi, they're really smart. So it seems like such a waste to catch them and kill them for this like kind of mediocre food.
Yeah. Oh, another thing we haven't had is okonomiyaki.
Ah, okay. So that's really good too. That's kind of like if they replace the
Yeah, if you're saying the toppings, I was thinking of that.
yeah.
It's a similar topping, like the mango flakes and the sauce.
Yeah.
I
It's
just-
very like Osaka style.
Yeah. Well, Sam had a friend, and I guess, we were commenting earlier about how everybody walks on the left, but I guess in Osaka, everybody walks on the right.
Yeah, it's like that. Like when recently I took the Shinkansen to
Yeah.
Osaka,
Yeah.
and it's like right after you do that, there's an escalator that goes to the like from the platform to the station. And I was like, what side do I stand on? I'm
Right.
with Tokyo people, but
Right.
we're in Osaka now.
Did they know? Did you just watch for a second? That's what we do. We just like take a beat, see what everyone else is doing, and we just copy them.
That's very good advice.
Yeah.
I honestly don't remember what I did. I just remember
Yeah.
it was a funny cultural.
Yeah. I mean, our attitude is like we're trying the best we can, but like we're always just going to be foreigners anyways.
Yeah.
So you just kind of accept it,
Yeah.
you know, you can't have too many cringe moments because like there's not many expectations of you anyways.
True.
Even if you try to follow like 80% of like the cultural norms, you're still doing better probably than most.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like as a white person, I think everybody just kind of looks at you like, I don't know what this person's gonna do. Like, they're either
Give him a little space, like a rabid dog,
Yeah, yeah.
a little skittish.
That's why it's always like, if you start to speak in Japanese or something, then they like, there's different, reactions. Usually
Yeah.
they kind of relax.
Yeah. And I don't know too many. I mean, I just know the pleasantries, really.
That's probably, that can get you pretty far.
Yeah. You know.
So this is the gentrified area.
The Great Burger Stand.
This just opened like this week, this whole area.
Yeah.
And there's a river over here which was like covered up
Yeah.
because it's kind of a gross river.
Yeah.
But they were like, oh, we're gonna have like a riverfront shopping area now. So they like took the lid off of it and you can see it.
It looks good now? It's still dumpy.
The thing about Tokyo is everything is concrete. So even where there's a river, they like gut it and then like put down like a concrete basin for it to flow in. So it's
Sure.
kinda, when I say river, I mean like I think
Like a channel.
Glorified canal.
yeah,
It's a canal.
exactly.
Yeah, no, I think we saw what was it? The Shinjuku Park or whatever. And that was about the most green that I've seen this entire time.
Yeah, man. So that's a real bummer for me too, because like I love trees.
Yeah.
I love like I didn't realize this till I
Well,
came
where
here.
we're from,
Yeah.
there's like greenery everywhere.
Yes.
You can't miss it.
No, I didn't realize it until I went back, and then I was like, "What is this noise I keep hearing?" And the noise was wind going through trees.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't hear that sound here at all.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, no, now that you mention it, yeah, it is all cityscape. Like, it doesn't stop.
I was
Yeah.
gonna suggest some areas that you guys might want to check out that are like not too far out of the city. That
Tomorrow is like our big, like, the only day we could have to have an adventure like that, as far as we can tell in terms of weather.
okay,
So if you've got something, I know Sam had a couple things he was thinking about, but we haven't hard committed to anything yet.
this is the place here.
All right, Japanese. All right, let's go.
Well,
And everything's super reasonable. I mean, I don't know, $10 seems kind of okay.
for curry, you mean?
Yeah, for anything. I'm glad you've got your classic clear plastic umbrella.
So we can get our tickets and then we'll get seated once there's seats.
Which one do you think you're gonna get?
I just do this guy.
four
which
cutlet
is,
one?
yeah, I mean, like, you can't go wrong. And then if you're feeling like really like you just want to have a food coma later, then you can add cheese to it. But I gotta go back to work after this, so
You know, want to take a nap?
I'm gonna skip the cheese. This is probably like one of the best curry chains
Sure.
in Tokyo, I would say.
This one looks so much easier to use than the other one.
Yeah, it seems like very straightforward. We were in a place in Akihabara yesterday. Got the massive horse meat bowl. It was like a kilogram of rice and meat.
Horse meat.
Yeah,
Okay, go on.
it's just like meat.
Yeah.
One other thing.
So, I think horse is right up there with octopus for me, where it's like animal not really worth the trouble of doing them.
I mean,
did you think?
it tasted a lot like beef.
It's very similar to
It
beef.
was just more lean. It was like the opposite of Wagyu, which was like, you know, whereas Wagyu has like no texture to speak of. It's just kind of like almost like sausage meat. Horse meat was all tendon and raw protein, you know? So I thought normally the busiest lunchtime here is noon, right? Noon is when things like really pick up, or no?
I mean, so what I've been told is that a lot of companies have like a mandatory 1 o'clock lunch.
So 1 is when it gets busiest.
Yeah. And it's like pretty strict too. Like a lot of it's so stupid though, because like, you know, Tokyo has these like intense rush periods, and unfortunately like that's another one.
It's like just unnecessary because like if you staggered it or whatever, then everybody can kind of go out at their own time.
Like exposing everyone out at the same time. Deal with it.
But yeah, so
So yeah, we were here, I think, just about a day and $1 short to miss the recording of the podcast. Because I think as you were recording, we were arriving.
Yeah, we just did like our big TGS episode.
Yeah.
Man, TGS was a week of just
What's the
drinking
ensemble?
and debauchery. And
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
it is, but it's like, I'm getting too old, man. I'm getting too old.
Few minutes.
Oh, sure, yeah.
さっき2名様。そうthank you.
Oh,
Thank you. 少々お待ちください。
Sorry, what were you saying?
no, I mean, so what did you see? I mean, I'm sure you saw. Did you get a chance to play Devil May Cry 5 or no?
No, I didn't.
RE2?
No. I just played
Anything?
I played Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, I assumed there would have been like a 3-hour line for that. Was there?
Well, actually, so there were a lot of Kingdom Hearts 3 like systems set up and a lot of TVs. They were really just like moving people like in groups of 10 in and out. So it moved pretty quickly.
Played just like you would expect it to?
I mean, I was surprised because yeah, I think like you, I thought it would have been a really long line. Like I think the longest line was that Sekiro.
Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
Yeah, which I
Yeah.
really wanted to play, but it's a
Well,
kind
you
of-
guys had that meme image, right, of
Yep.
enjoy your life or play Sekiro.
Yeah, yep. That was my bad photoshopping job.
That was good by me. I mean, and I like Catherine, which I would have liked to see as well. But again, I'm just not into standing in lines. I'm probably like you. Okay, we're good.
Like at a certain point, the line's just not worth the trouble.
Yeah.
Or whatever's at the end of the line loses all fun.
Yep. You played the original Catherine, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's good.
that game was tough. I remember like the last boss. I was so pissed.
Well, it's interesting to. I'm assuming you played that in front of your significant other, right?
I definitely remember swearing about it in front of her. I don't know if she was actually watching me play it.
I mean, because making those moral choices in front of a spouse or somebody like that,
Yeah.
it's interesting, you know.
I ended up with a very like middle of the
You didn't want to hard commit one way or another.
exactly, yeah, which I think says a lot about me because like I've been with the same person for like over 10 years, but we're not married.
Yeah, yeah,
Like on the one hand,
yeah.
you know,
My answers probably changed slightly depending on whether or not my wife was in the room or not. I think we had just gotten married when I picked the game up.
so I think this is the area I would like suggest.
Noxel is asking that I 1v1 you and Catherine, by the way.
Oh, you would spank me, I'm sure.
It's been a while. Because the funny part about that game is like you don't learn any special powers that you can't do right away.
True.
It's all about learning the strategy of how to actually play the game.
Yeah, like adapting. Because I think, you know, there's bosses that change the arrangement as you go and stuff.
Yeah.
So you can't really, like, memorize as much as just react.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's weird. There's like been a slowdown in this generation. It seems like all they want to do now is just re-release games.
Yeah, I guess with, like, maybe because of the Switch in large part. You know, it's like every game.
Well, the Switch is the worst.
Yeah.
Switch is the worst. Switch is like, we've got all these Wii U games that nobody bought, so we're going to add a special crown.
But people are, like, they're down for it.
Do you think Nintendo knew? Do you think Nintendo knew what they were doing when they released that crown? Do you think anybody thought maybe there'll be something funny that comes out of this?
No, I don't think that they did.
Because that would have been the ultimate viral marketing thing.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to give them the credit of that, thinking that they're that creative, but I just think that they, like, happened to create the perfect storm accidentally. Like, Nintendo kind of pisses me off in their lack of, like, doing cool stuff. Like,
They want to do whatever they think is cool.
they want to do, like, to me, what they think is safe,
Yeah.
more often than cool. And, like, a lot of times safe is, like, you
They,
know, like,
they kind of doubled down on the Wii U pad with the Switch. They just did it right.
yeah.
And it's the Switch is just like take the Wii U pad and then all right, now we made it actually portable.
Kind of, but, like, did you play Ocarina of Time Wind Waker on Wii U?
No.
So one thing that was really nice about that is they made it so, like, you didn't have to open menus at all. Like, the bottom
Always
screen
had the
was
tap,
here.
yeah.
You can't really do that with the Switch.
Yeah, and actually it's true because now they have to redo all their games to accommodate second touchscreen.
Yeah.
Even with the 3DS, if they want to do remasters of 3DS games, which I assume could happen.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already happening with. I guess they just announced the Monster Hunter Stories HD on the phone.
Really?
Yep.
I never played that. Did you play that?
Nope. I bought it. It's sealed in the box at home.
All right.
You know, you convinced me, by the way, to only start buying physical games for the most part.
To only buy physical? That's funny because now I don't do it as much. But
You-
it's because like I still like my Western versions of games, but I just can't buy them physically.
No, it's like we had a conversation at one of the meetups one day, and you're like, you know, just in case anything happens, like I want to have it. And then, you know, services are slowly going down. You know, especially the Nintendo ones.
Right.
There will be a day that the 3DS, the 3DS servers will go away. Like right now, it seems impossible because they're still selling it. But the DSi library just went down.
Yeah, that is kind of sad.
Yeah, and the other thing is also, I mean, I rarely buy games now anyways because I just keep playing Monster Hunter.
I was gonna ask what you've been playing, but then I thought maybe that'd be a silly question.
No, it's not, but it's mostly Monster Hunter. I've been doing some Dead by Daylight occasionally.
But wait. Is that the one where you're like a
It's-
serial murderer?
You got a killer and you've got 4 survivors.
Right.
Survivors got to repair 5 generators and they got to get away.
And then you like when you kill a person, you like hang them on a meat hook. Yeah.
Yep, and you know, people get ripped off the meat hooks, and then you kill them and you put them back up on the meat hooks.
I don't know why they won't let you leave them on the meat hooks.
Well, I mean, they save you, so if like you get stuck on a meat hook, I got to pull you off.
I know. It's just like, just leave them there. I did all the.
I mean, at the end, it's kind of a good strategy because the killer will stay around the person on the hook, and then you just run out the gate. So like there's a whole betrayal or save thing, but you get points. The whole game's about just getting points, and then leveling up your stuff, and then getting more points. So, but unless you play with someone else, like I play with my brother a lot, or I play with people from the stream, so like then you get emotionally attached to people, and then you're saving them.
Right. That's when you start to fail.
Or non-emotionally attached, and you're just like you're the sacrificial lamb in the stream, like you're gonna be the gimp boy, you're gonna get murdered.
Like if you're playing with how many people are on the side of the teens? The meat hook teens.
4. There's four people, and then there's one killer.
That would be kind of sad if it was like you're playing with 2 other people and then you had one rando. Of course you're gonna just like.
Oh yeah, no, that guy's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you don't care about that guy. That guy can go die. But you've been playing. There was that successor to DayZ, sort of. Scum.
I love that game.
Yeah, I heard about you were talking about the things you could do in that game to other people.
Yeah.
Watermelon strats.
But yeah,
If you want to BM somebody really bad, just chow down on a watermelon and dump on them.
Watermelon, like, and there's a number of mushrooms that will give you pretty violent diarrhea. You can make yourself throw up whenever you want to. So if you're into like, you know, a little bit of variety.
Yeah.
As long as you have a little bit of content in your bladder, you can pee at any time too.
Anytime you want.
I mean, well, as long as you have to have moved some water through your intestines into your bladder.
So it has to reach that part of the circulatory system.
It's like it's basically like you have a stomach, which you can fill with solid or liquid, and then that goes down to your intestines, and then it takes time to go from one to the next, and then ultimately.
Can you watch like the gauges change?
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Every time you eat something too, you can watch like your calories and everything fluctuate.
I might have to stream that when I get home.
It's
Probably pretty good. It's $20, right? It's not bad.
Yeah, I mean for $20.
It's not bad. How's your PC set up here? You on a laptop, or did you get a full desktop setup?
I have a laptop, like an Alienware laptop that Sarah got me. It gets the job done. Unfortunately, I have a Japanese apartment which is extremely small, so I wouldn't call my setup optimal in any way. Like I tend to just put my mouse. I don't have a mouse pad for it. I just put it on the couch next to me.
That's awful.
Yeah, and when I say couch is kind of going a little far. It's really more of like
The love seat.
It's like half of a love seat.
No.
But like Japanese sized. Anyway, yeah, it's not great, but it can run.
I got that.
So this stuff right here is if you want to make it like a little spicy. I find that generally like it's not spicy at all.
It's not spicy at all.
At all, yeah. It's maybe even a little on the sweet side. So if you're feeling...
Might have a little sweet and get it a little spicy.
Yeah, mix it up. I usually...
Are these like our little chopstick
Yes,
drawers?
that's where the spoons are.
They hide them in there?
These are like very satisfying spoons.
They look like they've been, it's been well worn by, like, look at all these thumbs that have scratched it over the years.
Lots of 1 p.m. salarymen.
Is it just spoons, no chopsticks, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
spoon's
just eat
kind
it.
of the more traditional curry utensil.
spoon? So are you at, so all we know for sure, Roy,
Yeah.
is your company and your name appears in the Monster Hunter World credits.
Right.
Can we ask you any other questions about it?
You can ask them. I don't know if I'll be able to say much else.
Live on the stream.
You don't deny that is your name in the
Oh yeah,
credits.
yeah, of course, yeah.
That's good. It's a good start. So if I were to speculate,
Okay.
you guys were probably at least partially responsible for the voice work in terms of sourcing the talent and getting lines recorded.
So the voice work we did almost nothing on.
Almost nothing is not
Almost-
nothing.
Well,
It's not nothing.
I think the most that might have happened was, I believe Capcom like sent us some clips and they were like, "Hey, what do you guys think of these people for these people?"
Yeah. And you're like, okay, because you have a lot of experience, of course, in localizing lots of games. You especially seem to have a lot of work with getting voice lines recorded for a variety of games.
Yeah, like I think Nier was probably one of our best examples of like a game that we did well for the voices. And then we had a lot.
Fire Emblem Awakening was great.
Yeah. Yeah, Monster Hunter was more like an in-house thing.
Hold on. Guys, I have chat open. People want your autograph.
What does that mean?
They want your autograph.
How do I give that to them?
You autograph something and then they give it to them.
No, but so can I give you an autograph and then you give it to them?
Yeah.
All right.
Like business cards or something. Do you have business cards? I would assume you
I
do.
do actually. You know what's funny? I keep my business cards in my phone, and I think throughout TGS they've all turned into other people's business cards.
That's cool, man. We'll figure it out. We're
Yeah.
going to be meeting up later this week anyway, so I'll see if I can get a stack signed. If somebody were interested in getting involved in game localization and translation, what would you say is a good place for them to start?
Man.
You get asked that question a lot.
Yeah.
You don't have like a stock answer yet, do you?
Well, not really.
Would you say start as like at a position at a credit union and then and then you get offered a way better position and then just leave?
Well, I don't think there is like an orthodox path to follow.
Oh, because a lot of the guys at 8.4 started in like game reviews, basically.
Yeah, like working at print publications.
I don't think any of those guys started straight up localizing games, right?
Right.
That I can think of.
Right.
Most of them were EGM, right?
Yeah.
Mark was EGM.
Yep. I guess like probably what they had going for them though was like knew the importance of words, right? And,
Of course, yep.
working with like style guides, like that's really important.
Yeah, and of course, like they played a ton of games, so they knew like you're playing a game, like you know what's not good.
Yeah.
You know, you're reviewing a game of like, all right, I know this isn't going to get a high score, so implicitly you know what should be good.
Right. And then also just like it's I mean a lot of the any industry you know.
Yeah.
And like I think with localization it's good if you can like maybe do like if there's one game and you're like, I really wish this would be localized. And
Right. Like a PlayStation game or whatever, PS2 game or something that's
Yeah.
only been in Japanese or another language even.
Right.
Doesn't have to be Japanese.
Right, and then maybe you find like a few other dudes who are like they feel this dudes or dudettes who feel the same way, and then you guys can just like do a fan log.
Yep.
And I mean like that's not totally legal, obviously.
No,
but
I certainly don't try to sell it.
yeah.
Just don't do that.
But I mean
That'll
that's-
get you in a lot of trouble.
Right, but that's a good way to meet people who like have similar passions that they're going to go down their own paths in life, and you don't know where they're going to end up, but they may end up working at some company.
Yeah.
That they could give you like, hey, this guy, we should hire this guy.
Yeah.
You never know. But I would say like, just get out there, do
Yep.
stuff, make stuff, translate stuff.
Yeah, my understanding is the hardest part isn't even necessarily the translation. Going from Japanese to semi-legible English is kind of the easy part. It's getting it into the game and then making it sound natural.
Oh yeah.
Right?
And also like,
And those, depending on the game and how it's coded, either one of those could be harder or easier.
Right.
Making it sound natural is always going to be a challenge, but
Yeah.
some games, the struggles you guys had with localizing Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, you had to get special concessions to get the little flame icon or dragon icon or whatever in there because the space wasn't there.
I don't remember that specifically, but I'm going to agree with that statement. that is a thing though, like it's funny in Japanese, like the character for fire or electric.
Yeah, it's the little.
It's one character.
It's one character.
Yeah.
So you can't just put an F.
Yeah.
And if the game is coded for like an F, that's not going to work. Really, it's not going to work well.
Right.
Because the people are going to be playing the game like, what is this F? So can we get these Unicoded images to be put into the same array that we can then pull that and then show that?
Right. And it happens a lot, and like that's another big part of the process is like explaining to the client why things are important, why you need certain things like that.
Right. Which is difficult because they're hiring you, right? They want you to do a good job at the same time. They may have their own way for wanting how to do things.
Yeah.
And I think, and look, we've barely been here at all. But one thing that we can tell, because seeing things behind the scenes, is there's very much a pecking order. And there's very much a way on how you do things. And you guys are mostly a collection. There's, of course, many Japanese employees at 8-4 as well. But you're also mostly a collection of foreigners. So you probably have to be very careful in how you approach changes in certain ways, because you don't want to upset anyone or ruffle any feathers.
Right. Yeah, we have dealt with companies where it's like, you want them to do something for you, but the person you're talking to maybe doesn't want to do it because they know it'll impact their... Like they don't want to ruffle feathers.
Yeah.
They don't want to be the guy who's like at the level beneath the people he needs to talk to, being like, we need to do stuff.
Well, we were joking about Iwata the other day, right? So Iwata famously was doing some conversion of some Pokemon game. Was it Yellow, or what was the one he saved?
I think it was Gold and Silver.
Gold and Silver. So somebody's struggling to get everything into Gold and Silver. Iwata shows up, not only gets everything fixed, but then adds an entire new area.
Yeah, he's like, you want me to put red and blue in here? I can put it in there.
Like, that's awesome for Iwata.
Yeah.
But imagine in this society being that guy that not only couldn't get the game, also got dunked on by having all that work added. That's how much better he was than you.
Yeah.
Like, imagine, like, the shame you would have had to deal with on a daily basis. Every time you pass Iwata, he just smirks at you. Just gives you a little sly smile, like, get wrecked, kid. But it's great, but I can imagine having to work here, especially in the culture, coming from a completely different culture. Like, it'd be a struggle.
Yeah, I mean,
I really think it would be a struggle.
Yeah, I mean, luckily I'm kind of shielded from a lot of that.
Right,
being a
because
Western company.
it's a Western company, so you're lucky.
Yeah.
From the sounds of it, you have long hours, though.
Oh yeah. Lately, it's been really bad. Like the last.
Well, I'm sure you guys have crunch times just like anyone else.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I think like it's been announced, so I can talk about it. But like the game that we just have been slaving away on the last few months.
Yeah.
Which is Dragalia Lost, the new like Nintendo side games.
Yep.
Mobile game.
Yep.
Comes out today.
Wow.
Yep.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
And that's something you're probably going to have to continue to do some work on ongoing.
Yeah, the thing of the nature of mobile games, which like I don't know if you guys even care about mobile games. Totally understand.
I've been playing DX2, the Persona game.
Okay.
Yeah. And then before that, I mean, I played some Fire Emblem Heroes. I got Takumi on like my third draw, so then I just beat it, and then I never played it again because I got too lucky on the gacha.
Well, yeah, but the nature of these games is like they gotta keep suckers coming back.
You got to keep content out there.
Yeah.
Because even with DX2, like
You said it a lot nicer than I did, but yeah.
you can keep you can beat the game, but like why do you keep coming? It either has to be like a major fandom thing, where you've got some anime character or some monster or some creature that you really want to show off that you have it.
Right.
Like DX2, the clear favorite is Mara, the penis chariot.
Yep.
Everybody's playing to get Mara
Of course.
because it has an AR thing and you could put this penis chariot in real life.
Awesome.
Yeah, just what people want to do.
Yeah.
But once you get there, like, what are you waiting for now? You're not going to get a bigger penis chariot.
So like one thing that I've heard, statistically over here, one thing that keeps people coming back or interested is when they do collaborations.
Yep.
So for instance, if there was like a Persona, I don't know.
What if it was Mara with a Christmas hat? Like a little
No, I'm talking
Santa Claus hat.
like a collab with another popular series.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's Mara, but like it's got like a Raytheon helmet on or something.
Okay, so Mara in Monster Hunter.
Yeah, exactly.
So you could fight Mara.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Like that would get, both sides, like fans of both things excited.
Yeah.
And you get people to come over to your game and they might stick around.
Yeah, we were playing, we spent a lot of time in arcades, actually, the last couple days. And there was one game that we were playing, and it had a Persona 5 crossover, where you could level up, and you would just get Persona 5 costumes.
Really?
Yeah, so like it was just a normal, like almost very generic fantasy RPG game, but then people were dressed up as Joker. Or they had, what is that? What was the art guy name in P5? Did you play P5?
Yeah, I did.
What was his name? Boring art guy? Fox
I
guy?
just call him Fox Guy, yeah.
Fox
I
guy.
don't remember his real name.
He had his mask. Not, they clearly were trying to do at least as good as P4, and I felt like they fell behind a little bit with P5.
Oh yeah, P5, that's another game that I was like, I beat it, but I was like screaming towards the end because like,
It's like about 100 hours.
way over that, like almost 150 hours.
I think I ended around like maybe 110 or 115.
It's way too goddamn long.
Yeah.
Like I love the messaging, like all that was great, but there was just so much talking. Like I hated how it would be like, you'd be at school or walking to school, and then you see some girls and they're like, "Did you see what happened on TV yesterday?" And then like you get into school and
Yeah.
like, and then like your friends find you and they're like, "Did you see what happened on TV?"
Yeah.
And then you get home and they're all lining you on your phone and like, "I can't believe what happened on the TV yesterday." And it's like that for like everything, for like the whole game.
Whereas like P4, so the stakes in P5 are generally, you're going to get expelled. It's not great, but like, I don't care. Expel me, like, whatever. No big deal. I already got expelled once. Do it again, you won't. In P4, the stakes are literally someone's going to die. We gotta figure this out,
Right.
or somebody's get stuck in the Shadow Realm, and they'll die. It's like immediately, like between the two, like the stakes are completely different.
Persona 3 too had like, there's fucking zombies.
Everyone's
walking
gonna
around.
die,
Yeah.
right? Won't the world end or something in P3? Is that how that works if the boss keeps going past a certain day?
I think so. Honestly, I just remember the part where it's like people you know are like zombifying, and that was kind of creepy too. But like, yeah, I think in general, like the personas have been going in this like less dark direction.
I mean, it's hard to even say. The trajectory is one. Go from P4. We had like almost a 10-year break between P4 and P5.
True. Yeah.
I mean, they beat that horse until I ate it in a rice bowl yesterday. That's what the horse turned
Yeah,
into.
yeah.
They turned into a pound of meat.
People over here are pretty sick of the mutilated horse as well.
Yeah.
Because when they released the 2 dancing games recently, they did not sell well. They're like, I'm done with this dancing shit.
No, it's just like they're over. Although the rhythm games in general seem very popular in the arcades.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I mean, there's a big culture of people that do that. Have you seen the game where it's like this round
Yep.
screen?
Yeah,
You, like,
old man beats up vending machine. That's kind of what it looks like.
Yeah, kind of, huh? It's almost like
Yeah.
doing some kind of
Yeah.
Fist of the North Star shit.
Yeah. We saw a girl with like these white gloves on, very daintily doing it, but somehow using just the right amount of pressure where it made no noise, and yet she was just like smashing the hell out of it.
Those gloves are the key.
Because you can slide the screen
Yeah, they
better.
reduce friction or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, that was cool. Now, a lot of cool fashion out here. Really, that's one of my favorite things. It's just the different
Yeah.
styles, and not everybody, but most people are kind of styling. We're matching nearly Uniqlo
I was
sweatshirts.
gonna say I think I have the same Uniqlo hoodie.
The same blue?
I think so.
Oh,
yeah.
yikes! You're probably a large, right?
I don't remember. Maybe.
Okay. All right. I'm medium because I'd be a size small in the U.S., so everything's like +1 here.
Yeah, people put a lot of effort into their appearance here. Especially the ladies. They work hard,
They do.
and it's it's not easy for the ladies here.
Well, it seems like a lot of pressure.
Yeah, and like it's really probably more so than in America. Like your options are have a family or have a job.
Really.
You can't really have both.
Now, standard of living wise,
Yeah.
is one salary enough to live uncomfortably in Tokyo?
I mean, not if you're if you're gonna have kids, then it gets tough. That's why kind of what I mean is like.
But it seems like impossible. So
Yeah.
you can be a husband working to support a wife,
And kid, or
maybe a kid,
maybe a kid. Yeah.
if even.
Yeah, I mean it's doable, but usually it involves like I guess this is similar in the West, but like a lot of cutting corners, saving, and like maybe working like
A second
part-time
job.
jobs and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
I mean, somebody's got to work at all the Lawsons, man.
Yeah. I mean there are a lot of them. And
It seems like every quarter mile there's a convenience store.
yeah. I love them. I mean, they're great. They're very convenient. But
Good prices.
mhm.
Always seem to be happy to see you.
Yep. And you can do so many things with them. You can pay your bills there.
Yep.
You can have Amazon packages shipped there and pick them up.
I did not know that.
You can buy like tickets for concerts and shit there.
Mm-hmm.
It's they're great.
Yeah, I don't see many banks, but I see a lot of ATMs. Like, there's probably more 7-Eleven ATMs here than there are bank ATMs.
Probably.
You remember Noxella?
Of course.
He wants me to have a child with you.
Have a what?
He said, ask Roy to have a kid with you.
I mean, it's gonna take some creative.
Like, just some gene splicing?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna need like a surrogate.
Yeah. Is there anything you'd like to ask Noxella? Because I think he misses you.
What are you wearing?
Cool.
I know that
It's in here.
pickles. So like, if you're ever sick of the,
Is that like pepper?
this one is I think cabbage.
And
This one I think is like daikon maybe, or I'm not sure actually.
Well, they just grated it, right? So this is going to be fresh. Sweatpants and a Chinese camp shirt.
Nice.
Is that the same Chinese camp shirt he wore to the USA Championship? So yeah, I mean, we're hoping that with the knowledge that we gained over this last championship, and then of course this exhibition, that assuming Capcom ever thinks to do this again, we could come back
Yeah, we're coming back.
if they do it again.
If they do it again, we're 100% coming back.
I don't know why they wouldn't do it again.
As far as I can tell, it's probably the most successfully planned event like this that they've ever done.
I mean, do companies repeat their TGS like things? Because I know they also had like a Dragon Ball Fighter Z. They also had a tournament type thing.
Noxella says he still has a. Did you send him a card? An art shop card? Did you send him a card?
I don't know if he ordered stuff back when we had.
He
our-
probably did. Yeah.
Well then, I'm touched. I think it was like a series of the different Palicos and their like the different armor sets that they had. I don't remember which game it was, but there was one where they were on point with those cat outfits.
I think it was 42.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Because they redesigned them all. So they're probably super like advertising them. Put a lot of work into them.
I made one of like, I don't know if you guys remember, there's that one cat who's like, I think his name is like Nyantaro or something.
Yeah.
He's the one that you can like put a bunch of stuff in.
He's got the one eye. He's got the hat over his
Yeah,
one
yeah,
eye.
yeah. We made one of that guy because I love that guy. I thought people would dig that one, but like I think that was before people knew about him.
Well, you
bad.
probably did him right around Portable Third,
Yeah, because he was
Yeah.
in portable.
and he just keeps showing up and like with no context. But he's like, Portable Third added a lot of things, man.
Purple Third was great.
Yeah.
We like,
Added the warning system that wasn't added to the series again until Gen Ultimate. Only used for one quest too. It's so weird.
plus that hub town, man.
Everything about it was good. It's not the same in Cross and Double Cross. Have you played a lot of Double Cross or Gen Ultimate?
Yeah. I think I got maybe like 100 hours in each.
Yep.
Yep. You have 100 rounds.
So you just got through some of the gathering quests.
Yeah, I think the last thing I did
It's
was
so
like,
bad, man.
Yeah.
It's so
I can
bad.
never go back now after World, man. That's like,
I feel like he has the Arzuros card.
oh, okay, there's yeah. That's a good one.
I mean, World is great. I mean, the only complaint that you ever get from the community is they just want more of it.
Right.
And from some people, we say it's not enough of a challenge in a normal quest. But what are you going to do? You know, I mean, part of the issue is the armory we have is like G rank, if not plus G rank equivalent. So I'm not sure. I mean, how far have you gotten into World with like grinding and decos and stuff?
Honestly, I kind of stopped playing after the credits rolled for the first time, and I haven't gone back to it since.
You're a one.
So,
I've gotten to the credits so many times, Roy, and every time they want me to kiss you.
well, I'm touched. Thank you all for turning me into the meme that I am.
They love it. They love you.
Um,
And this entire time, they've assuming you've been pissed. Why don't you plug Roy's Twitch?
oh, my Twitch is like, I don't know.
Every time you streamed, I've promoted it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm very much a Twitch noob. Like, I don't really.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. What are you talking about?
We're talking about Monster Hunter World and getting to the credits.
Oh, right. I did a little bit of the Gold Dragon guy.
Kulturov.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I do think that it's cool that they're adding, like, big raid things like that.
Yeah, I mean, my only mild complaint is like I don't think the game is super well suited to time-based events. I wish you could just get them and keep them and do them. I mean, this can slightly artificially lengthen the rate of the game because I don't know if you know or not. They actually and farm her. One of the most enjoyable things to actually do in that game is try to beat her on the first round. It's actually a lot of fun.
It sounds like something I will never accomplish, but yes.
You could? No, I'm sure you could do it.
Single-handedly?
No. You have to do it with 4 people. Although I have seen two people have done it before.
Wow.
Faye, player from Canada, and then I forget their partner, had a very specific setup, and they were able to 1 credit clear. But Faye is like godlike at bow. So, an interesting thing about the Dream Match, and when you get a chance, go back and try to watch it, is it's like every region kind of has like a style in terms of like how they play.
Huh.
And I don't know what it is, whether it's like something that they kind of learn from each other, or it's just something like societal or cultural. Like Japanese play, for the most part, of course there's always exceptions, for the most part always seems to really prioritize waiting until just before an action, and then once they know what the action is, they do the perfect reaction. So they're doing a predictive move to always hit it. So they'll wait to see what the animation's going to be, and then they do the exact, almost like prescribed counter to that, and they'll do it very well. So
Like judo or something.
yeah, like one of the people that had the 80% world record is QA, Hunting Horn Maine, for the most part, although they're branching out now. He actually had the world record with Hunting Horn.
Wow.
And his run is just beautiful because every single time the monster does an attack, he's got the perfect Hunting Horn reaction to it, which is, of course, the Hunting Horn is not thought of as a strong weapon, but it looks awesome if it's used well.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, North American play is just, like, rabid, frothing, like, button mashing, like, just being as greedy as humanly possible, getting in the attacks when you can. And the real skill divide with an American player is just, like, how far can they get into their greeted combo before they have to evade and then continue attacking.
Right.
And this Faye player is probably the best NA player that I've ever seen in that style, and that like down to like microseconds sometimes he's like pulling out these dodges and stuff like that. So it's an impressive style of play. I mean, we're not there. Like, our execution is good. It's competent, but you know, even though we're technically world champions, it's not. There's definitely people out there that are on an even higher level.
I think that's part of like being like good at something is recognizing like that you have room to grow and like knowing where and what ways to grow, and like being able to see kind of like more talented people and why they're more talented.
Yep. So, I mean, part of what Faye can do has to be physical. Just like in terms of like the ability for your synapses to fire
some kind of
that quickly.
Yeah.
You know, I may never be able to reach that, ever.
Yeah, it's true.
But World is actually a very generous game in that regard. In that the, I'm not sure if you've noticed, the evasion windows are a little bit longer.
They do feel that way, yeah.
Maybe the attack windows are a little bit shorter. So, with a little practice, you can actually evade almost all roars without any evasion.
Wow. Damn.
Like, I've gotten to the point where, assuming like, you know, I'm in the good headspace for it, like I can evade roars without evasion, and I can't do that in any of the other games. Can't do that in cross or double cross.
Yeah.
You know, like I could dodge like a Nargacuga tail, but that's about it. You know.
I think I could like the most generous it ever felt was like Bushido.
Oh yeah.
Bushido,
Oh yeah,
like,
the adept style. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like.
Oh, that's like easy. That's like Monster Hunter +3.
Damn, did it feel good though.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Like, it would be really nice if there was a combination, like World beats Generations. Holy shit.
I mean, if you had Bushido or Adept in World, the game would just be so easy.
True. Yeah.
Because I mean, if you haven't really gotten into the armor sets, like here's what you can get now: permanent sharpness.
What is that? Like, the sharpness never goes down? That seems rude. That seems.
Sharpness never goes down. 100% crit rate. Crits are hitting at rather than crits normally 1.25.
Yeah.
They're hitting at 1.4. So crits are now rather than 25% extra damage, you're getting 40% extra damage. Plus like attack up small. Plus maybe another couple skills. Plus maybe like sharpness +3.
That kind of sounds like what's the online version of Monster
Frontier.
Hunter? Frontier. Kind of sounds
Yeah.
like some of the power creep happening there. Maybe moving over a little
I
bit.
mean, I asked. We didn't really get a chance to talk to Ryozo at all,
That's too bad.
and it wasn't like I was going to talk to him about the game balance. But if we did have like an hour-long conversation, I would have brought it up at some point. I mean, our speculation is they'll probably have to just kind of like redo the game from scratch.
Really?
I think so.
I mean, how do you add meaningful content to the game without like having the power creep, you know?
I mean, they have to rebalance the armors
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
because I mean, like I said, you're already at 100 like permanent crit, permanent sharpness, permanent 40% damage.
Yeah.
And like I said, there's still plenty of room.
And then you have a mantle, like you basically like you're
Oh,
invincible.
that's true. I didn't even bring up
And then
Mantis.
another mantle that gives you 30% raw.
Yeah, I didn't bring that up.
Yeah. And your defense nearing like 500.
Well, you gotta give you guys something to
And your weapon
want,
gives you.
to aspire to have.
And that's true. Actually, you can do the health augment. Got any health augmented weapons, Roy?
No.
Yeah, you just make one.
Okay.
Not even the brave longsword would be that good in World. Yeah.
I think the last weapon I made was there was some great sword.
The rocket one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
It's still the best one.
Is it really?
Yeah,
it's still the best.
Alright. I was like, I really got to do this before the event goes away, and then I did it, and then I never played again.
Yeah, the armor they just released with Behemoth made it so for the most part, a lot of the Devil Joe weapons became in favor. But for a very long time, and still to a certain extent, Diablos weapons were the best.
Diablos too though, because you get a 10% bonus.
Yeah, Diablos, you can use the non-element, which is just a flat 10% damage bonus to your weapon's inherent raw, which for Diablos weapons can sometimes be up to 250, so that's 25 raw. That's like the equivalent of, for one 2-piece slot, Attack Up XL from Monster Hunter 4 for
And
Ultimate.
another thing in the world is the fact that with all like the pre-fight buffs, like you got your demon powder, your might seed, your mega demon drug, your food.
Yeah.
And that's like what, like 50 raw just from food.
Don't worry about it, Roy.
Oh, no.
This is just the stuff that we think about.
Well, it's good though.
I'm sorry.
I'm
This is
not-
like that's like the wimpiest pour of water I've ever done in my life.
It's nice to know that somebody's keeping tabs on all this stuff.
I mean, it's like we think about sometimes, like we discuss it, like what's the most popular, what's the fan base of Monster Hunter right now, and of course there's a lot of enthusiasts, which we're clearly a part of, but it seems like for the most part, like the mainstream is still playing the game, still engaging in the game,
Yeah.
almost engaging on it though, like in terms of like a content sort of experience more so than like a gameplay experience, which is strange for Monster Hunter. It's very a gameplay centric thing, but it's more like, I love the handler, I love the food, I love this weapon design, I love this person, like the most popular content from the USA Championship wasn't the tournament, it was the producers signing art books. It's not dunking on us, it's because people don't care about competitive Monster Hunter as much as people that care about just, they love the game, and they love the things that go around the game.
That could also have something to do with what you're saying about North American players just being like,
We're okay to just button mash.
yeah.
Whole bunch of cats.
We're okay
I think
to
it's much
button
more popular here, the competitive side.
The Asian countries for sure. I mean, there's even like, when I was talking with the United Nations of Monster Hunter, they were talking about how there's like real specific styles on how you do these competitions, which is you have to practice in secret. Like, because the idea is that if you show your arena strategy and say you discovered it and it's perfect, unless you've thought of every single variable, you're going to come in with one extra little bit of knowledge and you're going to shave that little bit of extra time off.
Right.
So,
It's like an honor thing, really.
yeah, so they view that as much better because like it's the same thing. Like we were laughing about the state of the PS4 arena leaderboards and the Xbox leaderboards.
Oh God, I'm sure that the PS4 leaderboards destroy the Xbox one.
Oh, it's no question.
Yeah.
I mean, everything gets updated at the same time. I'm usually streaming at the time it goes up. I can usually get, if I try, like I can get somewhere in the top maybe 5 or 10 times there. By like the same time the next day, Japan is woken up and like I'm down 30 or 40 places. But pretty much at any time, you just walk onto Xbox and just take a spot. Just whatever. Just go on, just take one.
I'm glad it's on there at least, though.
Yeah.
More people playing the better. But that is funny.
They didn't even know. Japan didn't even know it was on the Xbox. When I asked the Japanese team.
Japan is. Xbox is like almost just doesn't exist here. It's like Famitsu a lot of times posts like sales of like consoles or games.
They're like in the
from last
hundreds.
month. It'll be like the Xbox sold like 1,000 units last month.
That would be a lot, probably.
That would be like, well, it would be like an unsurprising number, I'd say.
And like PS4s are like in the tens of thousands, if not hundreds.
Yeah. But I really like watching this guy cut up these cutlets.
Yep, satisfying sound.
Right? We've got like front row seats to this. I wonder if the
Shoot us
Twitch
in
people
chat.
can hear this.
I don't really want to like.
What are you thinking?
It's just beautiful, man.
Yeah, right?
It's just like a little ritual. I mean, he's probably done tens of thousands of those cutlets.
That's one thing I like here is like you get to see people make the food. It's not like they just come
It's
out.
not secret.
Yeah.
Why make it a secret? He's clearly good at doing it.
Oh yeah. That's why you've got to go to a good ramen place because that is like.
What do you recommend?
nother-
Because I'm going today.
What do I recommend?
Yeah.
For ramen? Like,
Yeah.
so Tonko's ramen is like my favorite. That's like, it involves like them taking a bunch of like pig bones and boiling them down for like 20 hours or something.
Yeah.
Until like all of the good bits in it kind of work their way into
Yeah, the
broth.
gelatin kind of
Yeah.
seeps out.
Very rich and fatty. As far as a place to go, there's a pretty alright chain in Shibuya. I mean, you guys probably don't want to eat anymore right now. I would imagine.
Right now, this would be painful. Right now, we're on third lunch.
Yeah, I think you're probably done.
For now.
I don't know. I'll see if I can think of some good places and send you some links.
Yeah.
But if you have to choose between like the different ramen options, that is what I would suggest. As opposed to like there's like your shio, like salt-based ramen, soy sauce-based ramen, a little less indulgent and exciting, I would say.
So there's the 2 kinds or there's 3 kinds? There's
There's
soy,
actually-
salt,
Then there's the tonkotsu, which is
Tonkotsu.
just like pig bone.
and that's the best in your
I think
opinion.
so. I think so.
Is that the one where you end up losing your gallbladder or your
I think
appendix?
so, yeah.
Have you lost yours yet?
No, I really only like, to me ramen is a special occasion food.
Well.
Like maybe once or twice a month.
They want me to eat a 4th lunch right now. They want me to eat a 4th lunch.
Can't if you lose your figure, your time's
I lost a lot of weight. I got fat. I was like 190 pounds.
Really?
Yeah, I lost like 50 pounds.
So wait, from when I last saw you in person.
Well, last
then
time you saw
gained-
me in person, I was probably like around 160, and then I gained 30 pounds, just living a normal life, kind of like a fat American life.
Right.
And then I'm like, I'm fat, so I stopped eating bread and sugar, and then I went down. I think at my lightest I was like 143, down to like 47 pounds.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good work. I mean that kind of you make it sound simple, but the kind of discipline of like just cutting things out like that from life, it's not easy.
But you don't miss it. I mean, it's what I told most people is like, you don't have to be like really strong. You just have to be able to stick for it for a week. If you do it for a week, you build enough habits. I mean, everything's about building habits.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if you can build a habit, you can do pretty much anything.
Yeah.
You know?
It's funny how much of life is just your brain making your body do a thing.
Yeah. I mean, there's literally nobody with enough willpower to be able to make every choice on their own. Like, it's all about how can you train automatic reactions in your body. Ask Roy if he knows about the wiggly litchi. You did a localization for the wiggly litchi, right?
The wiggly.
The litchi. The litchi in Monster Hunter.
Is that the like
The little grub, yeah.
I didn't do it. Did I come up with the name?
Yeah.
No, I think that a lot of the names for the monsters are pretty much just straight from the Japanese.
I have a dance that I do called the Wiggly Litchi.
Okay.
I'm not going to do it now.
I mean,
Can't bring it up and not
probably.
do it.
I can't do it. Freaking, there's no room to do it. You do it, Sam.
Close space. I figured.
What normally triggers this dance?
Money.
Money. Do I do it for money? Do I do it for money?
Yes, you do it for money.
All right, I guess I do it for money. I'm like
Someone donates and then you do it.
I mean, if you donate, I'm going to feel obligated to do it. I don't always do it for donations, but
I'm waiting for the super chat now.
I don't have the nut suit. I can't do it in like normal clothing.
You've done it with the blanket.
That was with the nut suit under it. So now it's embarrassing.
If you have like a video of you doing it,
Well.
Isn't there a video of the speed stream?
My brother was showing his in-laws the stream. He was very happy about it, and he wanted me to do like a wiggly litchi. And that was like the one time I did it pantsless. It's like a pantsless wiggly. It's not good, Roy. Don't get too hard with streaming.
I mean, was this when you were at your 190, or was this when you were at your?
Oh no. I've been under 150, 155 now
So
consistently.
you were nice, lean.
Yeah, good shape.
I mean, so there's nothing to be ashamed of. Wearing pants is just like, it's a pain. Dancing in pants, also a pain.
It's hot.
You guys got here at a good time. It's like the heat just broke. It was,
We're
disgusting.
loving it, especially because like everything's Halloween themed.
Yep.
I like
They
that.
take that real serious here now. Once they realize, like, hey, you can really cash in on this shit.
We can make everything Halloween themed and sell extra Halloween things.
Like, no joke that maybe like 5-10 years ago, Halloween was almost non-existent here.
5 years ago, even.
Maybe a little longer. Maybe like
Okay,
let's say
6 or 7.
Yeah.
But within your time, because you've been here
I've been here about 5 years.
5 years.
And I started to get here right when they
picked up on it.
right when they had a taste of the nectar.
And you've probably seen it amped up every year.
Yes. And like it used to be, there was this thing that people would do, which is kind of an asshole thing to do. But do you know the Yamanote train line?
Yeah.
The last car, all the whiteys in Tokyo would just be like, "We're gonna have a party in the last train car."
That doesn't sound good.
It's definitely not conscientious, because Japanese people don't know that. They get on the train and there's a bunch of white people dressed as like witches and
Yeah.
Freddy
Although
and
I
shit.
mean, just on Halloween,
just on Halloween, yeah.
it's actually kind of cool.
It is kind of
If it, as long as it's being respectful, as long as you're not throwing up in some dude's lap.
Well, I mean,
Is
that
it how?
happens,
What is the that does happen?
that happens anyway.
Just normally.
Man, have you guys not witnessed like drunk Tokyo yet?
I mean, I've been wandering around the red light district basically every
Like,
night,
What you want to see is like Friday, Saturday,
but not
night.
super late. Like I've been getting back like probably before like the real degenerates come out.
What time is super late? Like basically around midnight is when people start passing out on the streets and throwing up and stuff.
I don't think I've stayed out later than 11.
Yeah.
I let out 11. So I need to tough it out an extra hour.
I think so. It's a sight, man. People here, they get fucked up. There's a Twitter account called Shibuya Meltdown, and all it is pictures of people in Shibuya like passed out on the streets, which is a totally acceptable thing here. You can fall asleep outside, and no one's gonna be like, "Hey, let's mug that guy," and or beat him up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We don't see many locks on bikes at all.
Yeah,
They're just there.
yeah.
So I can go around, I can stay out past midnight in Kabuki-cho.
Yep.
Is it Kabuki-cho or Kabuka-cho?
Kabuki-cho.
Kabuki-cho.
Yeah. Get drunk.
Get drunk,
on
fall
the
asleep, and
street.
it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you might.
That's
That's
like-
take a shower after that.
Oh, I mean,
But I mean, you're
that's
not
the aroma is the best part. That's why you fell asleep on the street in Kabukicho, because you wanted all that street grime.
I haven't done that yet myself, but
Why not? You've had so much time.
I'm more of a like drink at home kind of guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I guess I'm too reserved. I need
I
to
don't
be more
know.
of a
I like going out and drinking with just like with random strangers.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the
good.
fun part.
That's good.
Yeah.
There's a guy at work who his whole like life philosophy is just never say no.
Yeah.
Somebody
Oh, that's
says-
Graham.
Yeah, Graham.
Yeah. No, Graham's got it.
Yeah, he does.
He ended up at some guy's house.
He did. The watch
I
store.
that story, I thought that was going to go in a different direction. I thought that was going to be like some sort of like a weird wife swap sort of story. Like,
Yeah.
my wife likes you. Like,
But
what?
it did end up being kind of like a
It was very wholesome though.
Yeah,
It ended
yeah.
being very wholesome.
yeah, like it kind of renewed some faith in humanity. That story.
I mean, I don't like to drink to the point where like I don't know where I am.
Yeah.
But if I'm a little wobbly, a little fuzzy, that's okay.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. You know, I don't if I'm vomiting violently, that's not a good time.
Yeah, I mean-
It's the good times are leaving your body at that
Yes.
point. I feel like I'm wasting money. I hate
Right,
wasting
right.
money.
I mean, it's not an uncommon sight to see like, somebody throw up, or there's like a group, and one person was that one that went too far,
Yeah.
and everybody else is like trying to care for
Like
them, like trying to get them water down their
Yeah.
throat and stuff like that.
yeah.
It's fun.
Sam doesn't even drink.
That's good.
Yep.
He says he's 22. I don't believe him.
Yeah, I am. Give my passport, dude.
That's true.
Okay.
How do we know it's real?
I mean, pretty look at fake passports I got here.
It was good enough.
Yeah.
They wouldn't take our pictures of our passports. We were trying to get that discount commuter pass,
Oh right.
the
yeah.
1,500 for the 72 hours.
That's a really good deal. That's some crazy. If it's the one I'm thinking of, you can even take like the Shinkansen and stuff.
I think so.
Then,
I
yeah.
think we could at least use it for getting back in the airport, which is normally insanely expensive.
I thought it was like I say 4,000 or so.
Well, for one way on that ride, but I think that if the pass works and whatever, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
It's 1,500.
Wow, that was pretty good.
It's a huge discount.
But yeah, you guys should definitely see some of the countryside.
We'd like to. I think that's tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think that's Friday. Is we're gonna try.
What do you recommend then?
So I was gonna suggest there's this place called Nikko, which it's not too far outside of Tokyo. They got like a lot of nice shrines. I think it has like this one waterfall
Uh-huh.
that.
Just send all your links to Shepard and we'll look at them.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I mean, like, one thing that I love about Japan is the countryside is like a whole different place. Like,
Yeah.
and I can't even really like explain it. But have you seen Kimi no Nawa? It's like Your Name, I think.
Yeah, I saw
So,
it.
so part of the way that they frame that movie is like there's two lives happening. One of them is somebody who lives in the city. The other is this girl who lives in the countryside. And eventually, this is kind of a spoiler, so I don't know.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert! You find out eventually that the girl is actually from the past,
Oh, I see.
and they're existing at different times, but they're still kind of communicating to each other.
Yeah,
And like,
that doesn't seem like a horrible spoiler.
yeah, okay, all right.
Doesn't seem that bad.
Well, as long as everybody's cool with it, I'm cool with it.
No, there you
But
go.
that's kind of the thing about the countryside of Japan is it feels like a different time.
Like a different world, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Things a lot cheaper out there, or no?
Oh yeah. Things are a lot cheaper, but like there's no jobs. It's all just old people. Because as soon as you are of age, you're like, I need to put money in the bank.
Yeah, right.
And then you look around and you see a bunch of old people, and you're like, none of these people are gonna pay me to do
Unless you want to be wiping old people butts.
yeah, I mean.
And like,
actually,
and the bidets took their job.
Yeah, there is a lot of that.
If they got to get rid of all the bidets in this country, otherwise young people won't have any nursing care.
Have you used a washlet since you've been here?
I've got one installed at home, man.
Do you really?
Yeah.
You're my hero.
Yeah,
You are.
dude.
Because
I have a chat command that normally runs where people can do exclamation bidet, and then it takes them to an Amazon page. I reassure people all the time, it's not that hard.
it's fucking, it has changed my life. When
Yeah.
I go back to America now, I'm like, what is wrong with you people?
It's $20. It's the best. Bring it as a housewarming gift. You don't. I mean, look. the warm bidets are just delightful.
Oh, it sounds it. It sounds.
Well, you get they have them here. Do you not have the warm ones where you are?
Well, so when you say warm, do you mean the seat itself is warm, or you're talking about the spray is
Co-
warm?
The spray is warm.
So we have.
Like Little
We
Lord
have a
Fauntleroy over
wash
here
lid.
needing his warm toilet seat. I just mean the water.
I don't remember if the water.
The water's warm.
been a while
Trust me, the one at home is cold. Okay, that is
Yeah.
not warm.
Yeah.
That is raw, straight from the whatever's filling the toilet,
It gets the
cold,
job done.
frosty. That'll wake you up. It's better than coffee.
Yeah.
Your body's not used to that. Yeah.
So like one thing that you do is seasonally you change all the temperature settings on your washlet because
To your personal setting.
yeah, like it's been really hot, so I turned the heater off the seat obviously because I don't want to it's gross to sit down on a hot seat. When
I hate it. Oh, I hate it. No, because I went to some here and like they're warm. It just feels like somebody was just sitting there.
So the one thing about when it's really nice though is like the dead of winter, and they don't heat houses very well here or insulate them very
Yeah.
well. So you're going from like a freezing room, and you gotta like pull your pants down, and
Yeah.
it's fucking cold. So then it's really nice.
Yeah, you're freezing. Yeah, you're stuck to the toilet seat.
Yeah.
It'd be bad. Yeah,
I
no.
know you were on Team Washlet. Good for you.
Absolutely.
I hope you
No.
start a movement over there, man.
I want to. I might start like a business, like just like all bidets all the time.
Dude, I do think at some point that shit is going to.
It's gonna.
sweep the nation.
Well, I was planning to do a cross promotion with the Smash Brother community because they're notoriously smelly people, and I would get like Smash Brother branded bidets,
Right.
you know, because like, and also it's perfect for gamers.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I think all that time, like, you know, there's a lot of like, you know, overweight, hairy people,
Yeah.
not really, you know, trying to get peanut butter out of a shag carpet. You know, just use a bidet.
Right. Right.
And think of all the money you save too.
And toilet paper costs.
Toilet paper,
Like you
yeah.
go through so much less toilet paper.
Yeah. So,
Okay, well, I mean, if you are gonna get serious about this, let me know because I think
yeah,
there's two things that I think are gonna blow up
Yeah.
as global warming
Yeah.
gets worse.
yeah.
One is whatever we were just talking about, washlets. The other day I had soy-based ice cream.
Pretty good.
Fucking amazing. And like, I'm telling you, man, at some point we're gonna realize like we got too many cows. We got to get rid of some of these cows. So people are, but people still need their ice cream. Where
They
are
do
gonna-
need it.
You know?
And soy's not bad. I mean, tofu can really be made into a lot of things.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Yeah.
So anyway, either of those industries, I'll dip my beak into that.
I've looked into getting bulk orders from. I've actually researched a number of Chinese companies that do large exports of bidets.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, I'm not sure how tariffs have changed it in the last 3 or 4 months. You know, it'd be like a couple $1,000 investment, but then you just got to get to Amazon and they take care of all the fulfillment.
right.
You can do your branding however you want.
Yeah.
It's really easy. I mean, once you start understanding like what the white box industry is, it's all the same stuff. You're just ordering it from the same company and then you just rebrand it. And you get some little different options.
If you could just get like one celebrity, like I don't know, like Wesley Snipes or something.
Oh, to be like my celebrity
Yeah,
person?
Like you know how like with Bitcoin,
Yeah.
it's like you just get that one celebrity to wear your shirt that says like I don't know Weeb Coin or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like it blows up. Supposedly.
I think I'd want Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart. Okay.
So a guy from, you know, like Xavier, Jean-Luc Picard.
Is he, I
He's
thought he
respectable.
died. Why did I
No,
think-
he didn't die.
why did I think-
Ian McKellen might. Well, yeah, I don't think Ian McKellen's even died. They're best buddies.
Yeah.
But Patrick Stewart, you know, dignified, clean
true,
shaven,
Yeah.
respectable,
Yeah, has kind of a Mr. Clean look going.
futuristic.
Right.
Whether he's Professor X or he's
Timeless?
Jean-Luc Picard,
Trustworthy. Yeah.
yeah.
Like I feel like he could talk about, you know, what
Cleaning.
the thing does
Yeah.
without people giggling. They'd
Yeah.
be like,
Yeah.
this commands my respect.
Beam my waist down, Scotty. Beam it down.
How did we get on the washlet subject?
We're talking about, I don't know. It's a good topic. It's an
Yeah.
important topic.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
It always makes me sad when people talk about how like Japanese toilets are weird or whatever,
they're great.
and I'm like, it's very easy to write off like a thing you don't understand is weird.
I mean, what's weird after you've gone down the bidet path is the fact that people don't use it.
Yeah.
Walking around with their smelly butts.
Yeah. So did you ever see Hateful Eight?
Yeah.
You know how like in that movie they're just like walking around in this cabin with their boots on and like spitting and like dumping coffee and shit?
Yeah, it's gross.
So like to me that is like what the American bathroom experience feels like.
Uh-huh. That's how I view most people in America. Just gross,
Yeah.
sweaty, dirty people,
Because another thing
smelly butts.
Another thing they do here is you always have the toilet in a separate room from wherever you like take showers and stuff.
Usually.
Usually, I mean not always.
Our B&B has like, it looks like it's just like a bathroom capsule.
Oh, really?
Where everything is connected. It's like you open the door, there's a toilet which is fed from the water that comes from the sink, which is fed into what goes into the shower.
It sounds like an old school place.
And the faucet goes into the sink, and then you can swing it around, and it can be the water that goes into the bathtub.
Yeah, yep. It's a pretty small place.
It's big enough for the two of us, and that's basically it. Literally, I mean, Sam takes up the majority of the living room. Nothing. I was just saying, but lengthwise, you take up just about the whole room. So it's maybe 10 feet long?
Yeah. I mean, I'm next to the TV and like the desk, so like.
I'm guessing, did like you guys pick this place out, or did they?
I picked it out.
Okay.
So they set us up in the APA Hotel right next to Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They set us up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then I got us this place in Shinjuku. It's really on the outside of Shinjuku. It's a good solid 20 to 30 minute walk to get to the proper Shinjuku.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like $450 for a week.
I mean that's pretty good.
It's not bad. Although I've seen some love hotels in Shibuya-cho that rival that cost.
Really? Love hotels are usually like.
Well, if you're only staying there for 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
But if you do the whole rental,
Yeah.
it's like 8,000 yen.
Yeah, I guess it could be around there.
So with today's conversion rate, about $75. 75 times
around there.
7. It's not that big of a difference.
I mean, the accommodations would probably be, you know.
They look really nice.
Necessary, yeah.
They look nice. I mean, you have to just put it out of your head what's been going on in the Love Hotel.
Yeah.
Because don't shine the black light.
Yes, it's funny when I first came here as like kind of a trial period before I got hired. I was staying at a share house in an area where I was like surrounded by love hotels.
Oh yeah, and you had the Eurobeat guys, right?
Yes,
the
that too.
DJs. Yeah.
But like I could hear noises from the love hotels often.
And those were not part of the Eurobeat soundtracks.
No.
Did they ever hold a mic up to try and like remix it?
No, but that would have, you know.
That would have been avant-garde. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of creativity.
Yeah.
Look at all that cheese.
Yeah. Yeah. So the process of getting hired at 84, of course, just like any other company, they have probably a 60 or 90-day trial period. Make sure everything's going to work out okay.
Exactly.
Everything's going to
Make
be
sure
okay.
I'm not a maniac.
Complete lunatic. That all of your background checks are going to pass through. That you really want to do it.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there's plenty of people that come out here like, man, Japan's the solution to all my problems in life.
True, yeah.
I just need to show up, and then they're going to take care of me. The same problems you have at home, they're going to have here.
Exactly. Yeah.
You
You
know.
gotta, pay your bills. You gotta have an apartment.
Yeah. If anything, it'd be hard because you're cut off by all of your support from home.
True.
You know, I mean, if you're lucky, you might have family that can help a little bit with money in the meantime, and you might have some friends here that can help hold you up for a couple of days. But otherwise, it's same anywhere else.
Yeah.
Got to pay your bills, got to pay your taxes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember one thing that sucks is when you get an apartment, you need this thing called a guarantor, which is like, well, I guess maybe it's similar in America, but basically like you don't pay your rent, they go after them.
Right.
And normally, you get like a family member or something to do
Yep.
that, but we had to like pay this other company. to
Oh,
do it for
basically,
us.
you pay a company,
Yeah.
so they pay what you paid them to pay,
We pay them like,
plus a premium, probably.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, like luckily we've never had to actually
Use it.
but I'm sure if we did, we would be fucked.
Yeah.
I'm sure they would.
Yeah, no, they'd come after you, man. Yeah, it'd be a different term for the Shibuya blackout or whatever it is, man. They'd destroy you. Yeah, no, I mean, but look, it's all that being said, it seems like a great country for anybody that's disenfranchised with their own.
Yeah, I mean, it's
You know.
very safe. Like, that's the number one thing
So
I
safe,
say.
man. So safe.
Like,
People are laughing at me because like I'll leave my phone on the table for like a couple minutes.
that's here. You really don't have to worry about that. Like I'm saying, you could pass out on the streets at midnight. You're gonna wake up, your wallet's gonna have all its money in it.
Yeah.
Like,
There might be a bottle of water next to you.
yeah, somebody will probably actually like do something nice for you. One thing you see a lot is if like you drop your keys or something, people will like try to pick it up and put it like up high
In a conspicuous place, yeah,
exactly, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I love one of my life hobbies is going to the convenience store at like midnight.
Really?
Yeah, so like I'm like,
See the passing out people?
well, so I'm in a more not suburban, but like a less.
How far out are you? Don't you have to say the community if you don't want to, but like
Well, I will say I'm in Setagaya, which is like, it's right next door to Shibuya, basically. So I'm like maybe 20-minute bus ride.
that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. It's getting built up really quickly because of its location.
Everything's going to be getting more and more dense as time goes on.
Yeah. But it's like not a very, like, there's not a ton to do in the area. It's mostly just apartments and houses. So that kombini rarely has people pass out in front of it.
Right. So you have to be coming out here late. Now, does the public transportation run 24 hours? Or does it stop? It probably stops after a
It
certain
stops
point.
at a certain point, yeah. Usually like 12:31 is when last trains start to happen. And that really decides a lot of your social life here because
Yeah. There's always that episode in Game Center CX where one of the guys has a super late ride home and he's got to get out before midnight because otherwise I don't even know what he does.
I mean, you would take
After
a
a
very
cer-
expensive cab ride, or you stay at a hotel, which is probably why.
Short stay.
Yeah,
Do a short stay.
yeah. Like, that's why capsule hotels are kind of popular.
Because if you get stuck out late, you got to sleep somewhere.
Yeah.
They don't seem that much cheaper than a lot of other options, though.
I haven't really.
You got to
looked at
find. Maybe you got to
prices.
find the right one.
Could be. I kind of want to try it just because it sounds like fun. Like the idea of having a cubby that I could crawl into that has like a TV screen and like a ladder going up to it. That
Yeah.
sounds like awesome. That's all I really want. Like I wish that's what plane travel was. Was just a
Just
tube that I
just
could
put
crawl
me in a
into.
tube.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Imagine like 3 rows
Yeah.
and just like one aisle and 3 rows, and you're just going lengthwise, just
Yes.
stacked up.
Yeah. And you got your own screen. Maybe some plugs you can plug your shit into.
There's some pretty big people that get up on those planes, though.
Well, I don't know what to do for them.
But
They
for
should stop eating bread and sugar.
stop eating bread and sugar. Yeah, but I mean, you could put at least half the plane be those capsules. I mean, the Japanese business class is outstanding from what I've seen. On the ANA Airlines, that's I'm assuming that's the one you take to go back and forth to JFK. Assuming you're going out of JFK.
No, usually I go from, if I'm going back to Connecticut, it's
Yeah.
like here to either Canada, like Toronto or Chicago or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
There's
Is that cheaper? A little bit cheaper?
It's just more comfortable generally as far as like no long layovers anywhere.
Yeah.
And like going to JFK kind of sucks.
It always sucks.
Yeah. Like,
It's the worst. It's expensive. It's terrible. The people are rude as hell.
yeah. But yeah, Japan, it's great. It's great. I mean, I could complain about it too, if you want to hear me complain about it.
I mean, yeah, complain about it.
Kitchens suck.
Tiny.
Kitchens are very small.
You have like a hot plate.
Yeah, I mean, like, almost no apartments come with ovens.
I haven't. Yeah.
Ovens are just, they don't exist here.
Yeah.
And like and I get, like, Japan's been through some shit. Like, part of the reason why, we were talking about how there's, like, no trees. I mean, Japan was, like, or Tokyo was, like, totally destroyed, like, flattened after the war. So that's a big part of that. And I think maybe that's also, like, there was definitely a time after that where people were like, I'm just glad I have a place to live.
Yeah, I got a box.
Yeah.
Yay.
But I think, like, so the kind of development of the kitchen seemed to stop right around that point. They're like, I've got my box.
Yep.
I've got my one burner. That's all I need.
I've got my room with a tub I could fill hot water and bathe in.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's funny you mentioned that because, like, bath technology kept advancing.
Yeah.
Like, that's really good now. Like,
They went space age on the toilets.
Yeah, space age, yeah,
Yeah.
the toilets and the baths.
Yeah.
Kitchens are fucking, and I think it's, I mean, this is just a theory, but I think another part of it is that really it's mostly just women who spend time there, and women just like don't complain. They're just
Yeah.
like, whatever,
Well,
I'll
if they got to
come on.
keep advancing the kitchen, there's going to be higher expectations.
If If they have to, what do you mean?
Well, I mean, if there's an oven in there now, you got to expect there's oven-baked trees out of just other trees.
Yeah, like
Smart, top tier.
Like one thing I remember seeing
Big brain
when
struts.
I started going back to America was this thing called like it's like this faucet next to your faucet, but it's just for filling up pots of pasta water.
That's so dumb. I haven't even seen that yet, but
Yeah.
that's horrible.
Just had house one. Just had house one.
He had a
Yeah, it was like a
hot hose.
Yeah, it was like a special hose. Yeah, it was hot water only. Amatsu pointed it out.
I got a detachable kitchen sink thing.
Well, I mean that's pretty nice too, but
Yeah.
I guess I just mean like give us some fucking ovens.
Yeah,
ovens. Like there's something about roasting
Yeah,
vegetables,
absolutely.
or chicken.
Well, you can get an air fryer.
What now?
Have you heard of these things? Air fryer.
No, I haven't.
It's like a little convection oven, but they're a little bit smaller, so they kind of get things a little bit crispier.
Well, so that's what a lot of people do instead. Is they have these combination toaster oven microwave units.
Yeah.
But like it's not the same, man. I want like an open fire.
Okay, well, you want an open fire, Roy. I mean, I don't know what you're doing. I mean, you're asking, like, go find a barrel and fill it up with wood
Well, no,
with
like,
the homeless
you know,
people.
like if you have like a propane, no, not propane, like a gas stove, and there's like a fire in there.
Yeah, it's different. You're right. It's different. It's different. The flame adds something to it. I can't argue with you. I can't argue with you. You try cooking in a cast iron Dutch oven.
I have not. I don't. That sounds heavy.
Well, it is heavy. It's cast iron.
Yeah, it sounds-
But I've cooked bread in that before. It works.
I remember. Don't you have like a burger you make?
A cast iron, yeah. I use a lot of cast iron.
That's good. That's good.
I use a lot of cast iron, and I use a lot of air fryers.
So you own an air fryer?
I own two.
Two. Wow.
I have one that sits under my desk when I stream, and sometimes people make me make tacos. I air fry tacos in there, and I eat them.
All right.
Yeah.
How long does it take to air fry some tacos?
12 minutes.
And is that from frozen?
Yes.
Wow.
That's pretty convenient.
I mean, that's can't argue with results.
No, they come out crunchy. Tastes good. Yeah.
Okay, let me complain about something else. Cheese.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of cheese.
Don't see a lot of cheese. When you do, it's usually just like processed garbage. Like
Yeah.
The cheese they have here,
Yeah,
it's that.
yeah, yeah. It's like whatever the basic generic that you get out of a bag of mozzarella. Yeah, that's true. And the general consensus, although it may be wrong, is that there's the good, higher percentage of lactose intolerance here. Is that accurate?
Right.
Hard to say. Hard to generalize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard there's something else I've heard similar to that. Alcohol is another thing that like it's funny as much as drunk as people get around here.
It's all like Asahi dry beer and highballs.
Yeah, that's pretty much
That's it.
Like if you go to like a normal bar place, like
Sometimes you'll see wine.
yeah, but if you order like a martini, they'll be like, "What the fuck?
Yeah, what are you
talking about?"
doing?
Yeah.
Here, you want beer or a highball?
Yeah, and it gets really old, really fast. Especially because all that beer tastes exactly the same. All those
It's see
highballs
right now it's
taste
good
exactly the same.
because it's novel, it's new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I love like a good IPA, like a good
Yeah.
like, fucking bitter punch you in the mouth IPA.
Can't really. I haven't seen any of them here.
You won't. You gotta seek it out, and then it's expensive. Like a pint of good like IPA is like $10.
I've brewed alcohol before.
That's cool.
You,
What
probably
have you,
could
what have you
too.
done? Like, I know mead is kind of like the starting point.
I just made a basic lager. I called it Silent but Drunk. I made it super powerful by accident. It was like probably like an 8% alcohol beer.
Nice.
It didn't taste very alcoholish, but then by the time you got through with the bottle, you were like acting like an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it taste good?
Tasted like beer. Tasted like beer. I mean, it didn't blow me away. It wasn't a strong IPA or anything. It was just standard lager. It was just super powerful. But I mean, it's not hard. It's just fermentation. It's just getting yeast happy and then letting them do their thing.
Yeah. And I got another friend back home who's like, he was really into it. His
But if I were you, like necessity is the mother of invention.
So it's
You just need a
actually-
plastic bucket.
It's actually like illegal here.
Is it?
Yeah.
What are they going to do? Arrest you?
I don't know. I mean, like, you say that, but like, have you heard about like with like weed and stuff here? They're
Oh, I
very-
bet that's really bad.
Oh, it's yeah. Like,
Will you just say you found it? I made a mistake. I dropped my. I was just trying to grow yeast for my pets. They all died and they turned into alcohol.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. just got to figure out where I'm gonna put these like drums in my tiny apartment.
Oh, no, wait. Somebody's got to be able to make alcohol. Can you not apply for like a license?
You can, but like a license for anything in this country is.
I bet it's difficult to
There's
get.
a lot of hoops to jump
So that's
through.
another thing to complain about.
Yeah. I have a friend who's a Masa. You know Masa.
Yeah, I know Masa.
He's
Yep.
trying to become an electrician. Or get
Just as like a hobby?
Yeah, just as a hobby. He's like that.
That's neat, yeah.
He gets these goals that he wants to achieve, and that's his current one. So he's gone like 3 times now. The first time he showed up slightly late, so they were like, you can't do it. The second time he went and
Too early. They just kicked him right out. You gotta go home, buddy. Don't bother us. We're sleeping.
he actually didn't know that it was timed, and he wasn't fast enough.
So he failed that, presumably. Yeah.
So
What do they have? Is it a written test?
no, it's actually like
You gotta like build a bomb or something?
no, they give you like a wiring problem where they're like
Yeah.
connected. I don't understand this shit well enough.
No,
to
there's like
explain it,
serial and parallel networks of stuff.
but- Yeah, maybe.
Circuits.
And it's like you have to like kind of draw out what you're gonna do,
Right.
and then you have to execute it. And so it's like both that planning stage and then the execution stage. You have to do both in a set amount of time.
Yeah.
I should probably start going back.
I bet
to the
you. I
office.
bet I've kept you way too long, man.
Well,
But thank you.
No, no problem.
No,
This
you
was
are.
fun. It was good catching up.
Well, you may have gotten into the lucrative ground floor of the bidet business in the United States. You don't even know it.
Well, if you need like
Just got to get a longboat to send a slow boat to send me like about 1,000 of them. I think that's all I would need to get started.
If you go, I don't know if you've noticed, but what you will notice when you go back to the airport, they sell them everywhere because
People want them.
yeah, people know that
Yeah.
like once.
So it's either the 2 forms. You can either get a hot water line or you can get an electrical outlet installed. And I don't know. I don't know what's cheaper. I got to mess. Yeah, no. Apologize to the guys if I kept you too late. Although I guess you're there late anyways, right?
Yeah, I think today and tomorrow are going to be a little crunchy.
Yeah. Well, I guess, I don't know. Where's a good direction for us to start walking in from here if we want to show people more interesting
Oh,
stuff?
I'll definitely show you that.
All right.
You want to go to Center Guy then? That's basically the place where you'll see the most passed out people.
The most passed out people.
Yeah.
Can we join them?
Uh,
I mean, that's up to
they
us.
help- yeah. I
So
mean,
what
they're-
are the rules on drinking in public?
Doesn't look like my umbrella.
You had a plastic one. I had it on stream.
Huh.
Somebody probably took your other plastic
Yeah,
umbrella.
This one looks nicer though.
Well,
So drinking outside is totally legal and fine. You can do it anywhere pretty much.
okay. I mean, don't be a jerk about it.
Yeah, I mean, don't like dump it on one of the passed out people.
No, I would never do that. Only into their mouth. Maybe. Keep them going.
No,
But
but
like
yeah.
that train looks like it's about to stop, buddy. We got to keep that alcohol fuel going.
It's great though. Like it feels so freeing to be like in a park or something and crack open like a beer.
Yeah.
Like and you know,
Like I don't want to get stupid, but like if I don't want to have a beer, like it's kind of nice.
yeah.
I don't normally drink either. This is the only time I do it. It's like I'm in another country, so I'm kind of having a good time, you know.
One of like my all-time favorite things is just like you go into a Combini,
Yep.
you buy a can, and
Yep.
you stand outside with your mates drinking the can.
Yeah.
It's real chill.
Yeah. A different attitude on alcohol here, then, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, it being like really the only legal vice.
Right. People kind of pound on it, then, right?
Yeah, I think if anything, they probably lean on it a little too hard as a means of
Of cutting
off
loose.
steam.
Well, because they can't do anything else. They'll
Yeah.
get completely arrested.
That's why, like I was saying about weed, I really wish that they would lighten up about that because for 2 reasons. A, Japan needs to chill.
They could
a little bit more, I
chill a little bit more. I mean, it would be dangerous to have marijuana with so many good food options around.
Well, yeah, that's.
Maybe have a major obesity epidemic once that happened.
But the other thing is like, so one of the only lucrative things you can do in the countryside in Japan is become a farmer. And but there are like these high-end farmers where they're like, this is my peach orchard where I grow like 30 peaches a year.
The
but there's,
ultimate cultivated cannabis, like
Exactly.
the Japanese
Yeah.
level of precision.
Like, yes. Like, I think that's what we would get if
Yeah.
it was legal here.
Yeah. Well, it seems like that's where the winds are shifting. I mean, you know, all it's going to take is one of the first major countries, could be the U.S., could be Canada, probably be Canada before the U.S., to kind of make that change, and then I think we'll see some gradual easing.
I hope so.
That's just going to be too hard to police it otherwise, you know?
True, yeah.
You know, I mean, there's just better crimes to fight.
Yeah, like,
Don't do drugs, Stream.
the whole, like, in America, everybody's doing pills now, right?
It's terrible. I mean, it's a major opioid epidemic. Just down in New Haven, it was like something, I mean, it was a tragedy, but it was almost comic. There was like over 100 people taken out of the New Haven Green within like a 2 or 3 hour time span. Many of them were repeat offenders. So they take this like synthetic like drug, K2 or whatever, pass out on the green, the ambulance would take them, bring them back to the hospital, discharge them, and then they run down to the green again, take it and pass out again. One guy did it like 3 or 4 times. He's like, this stuff's great. I love this ambulance ride. This is awesome. You know, I mean, the New Haven Hospital's right there. Yeah. You know, there's the whole, I don't know if it still is. I mean, until I'm told otherwise, I'd have to assume so. The opioid capital of the Northeast is still Willimantic.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Nice. I mean, at least they've got their name on the...
Yeah, they got something. Yeah. Good job, guys.
All right, so I'm going to try to...
Just point us in the right direction.
Yeah. Have you seen, I'm sure you've seen on like TV, right? Like, or movies, there's that one crossing.
The Shibuya Crossing. Now, were we not there next to the dog? Or is that
Yeah,
not
you
technically it?
You were really close.
Oops, sorry.
No, that's okay. That wasn't technically it.
It looked like it. There's an even bigger one.
Well, actually, I don't know if we're talking about the same thing. Like,
I don't know.
Yeah, sorry.
You would know better than me. I mean, this is your town right now. We're just guests.
Well, sorry if it smells sometimes. Like, again, like, you guys
Doesn't-
had a really good time.
Doesn't smell at all. I mean, the only bad experience is right when we first checked into our B&B. It smelled kind of like asphalt inside the B&B. I don't know.
Really?
I don't know what causes that. But yeah. Outside of that, it's been all good.
All right, we're going to go up here.
Okay. They just like straight up divide it. Like that guy's like going right up the path. I see a lot of people with luggage.
Yeah, there's a really big, see this really tall building here?
Yeah.
It's a very fancy hotel,
Yeah.
and it's kind of unusual because most buildings don't get very tall in Tokyo.
That one sure did.
It's kind of a newer one, but up until now, buildings weren't as big, mostly for earthquake reasons, I think.
Well, that's smart. I mean, it's still a country that's generally affected by earthquakes and tsunamis.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, do you think any reason to have some concerns for Monday? I mean, are we going to get blasted or no?
I actually didn't even know that anything was supposed to happen on Monday, but I'm guessing you're talking about like a typhoon.
Yeah,
We've already had like 3 this year,
you're going to get another one.
and like none of them were anything.
Okay.
It's kind of a bummer because, like, honestly, like I like a good like rain.
Well, we've had it, man.
Yeah, but it's weird. Like, it's not normally like that here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, usually it's like you get these like sporadic light rainfalls.
Yeah.
It's very unrewarding.
Well, it's supposed to be calm for the rest of the day, I think.
Do you guys play Pokemon Go at all?
I played it just for the start, and then I stopped.
This is like probably the greatest area in the world to play it.
Right where we are right now.
Yeah, like literally the place where we met you was a gym.
Oh, the head was a gym.
The head was a gym. On the other side is Hachiko, which is the
Yeah, we saw Hachiko.
yeah, that's also a gym.
This is great.
And I would bet you that like they're all just Mewtwo's right now.
All over the place.
Yeah. I've kind of gotten back into it just because.
It seems like it's one of the few mobile games for the Western audience, at least, that has some serious legs.
Yeah.
Because I can't think of too many games that a Western audience has really picked up and then stayed with. That weren't just flash in the pan, you know? Over here, of course, there's Grand Blue,
Oh yeah.
which I don't know why they make it so hard to get on the iOS store. It's kind of a pain in the butt. You gotta have to make a
Yeah.
different account and log in.
I don't know what the hell's going on with that either, but
I'm gonna switch to Android next, so.
to be fair, like that game that I was just telling you about that comes out today, that one has a lot of the same hooks as Grand Blue.
Yeah,
Like it's almost a carbon copy, just with like different gameplay.
but so much better, with a much better localization.
Exactly. Well, yeah, that I can say with certainty.
Well, considering the other one has like basically an unlisted English localization.
So you see that Staya there?
Yeah.
What you're gonna want to do is just keep going, and you're gonna cross over to that. That's gonna be the big crossing. From there, like you want to turn left. Let's just go. It's like a matter of another few minutes.
You're not gonna get beaten at your workplace, are you?
Let me see if anybody's yelling at me yet. Nope.
Because we've got plenty of time. Will somebody notice? Can you just tell them that you're doing research with the Monster Hunter World USA Champion? They have to care at least a little bit, right?
I did. I was like, right before I left, I was like, "Does anybody want to have lunch?" But
Oh, please don't say
nobody said anything. But it's just because
Well.
like it is insane.
No, that's
in
okay.
the office right now.
that. No, now I'm just gonna get ripped to pieces. That's cool. That's all right. That's all right. No, I'll try to win it. Next time I'll become number one, and that will be.
Don't try to impress them.
Don't try to impress them.
Don't. That's not why you're here.
Tell them I want them to 1v1 me. Tell them 1v1 me. You won't.
All right. So, see that like gate right there with the banner over it? Like
Yeah. Yeah, I see it.
it's like a banner about safety.
Yeah.
But anyway, you're gonna just go under that. And that's your entrance into Center Guy.
Okay.
Which, if you come back here Friday night, like midnight, will be a sight to see. Believe me.
Plug that game you guys just released one more time.
Regalia Lost for iOS and maybe Android. I don't actually know, but play it. Dump money into it.
Thank you, Roy. Appreciate it. Maybe see you again later this weekend. Let me know.
Yeah, Sunday.
Okay.
We'll do something. All
Sounds
right.
great. Thank you.
Nice
Thank you.
meeting
Thank you.
Sam.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a good
Thank you.
time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. All right, guys. It's out in an hour. Download it. Oh, he said go over here, man. Just go over here. He didn't do about it. We're gonna find me. Hey, he's on YouTube too. They're being recorded already. All right. Is that a song that's going to demonetize me? Whatever. Kiss my anus. I don't want to eat any more food. There's actually a thing called gas panic, which I'm about to have in my pants very soon. Did you just video bomb someone? They video bombed me, man. Get it right. We were just here. He didn't know that. Are those the dumplings we had? Probably.
Probably a change.
There's the lingerie for Noxella.
Yeah, we were just here.
That's actually a pretty good price. Not that I would know. I mean, it looks like a good price. I mean, 380 yen for women's underwear. I don't know. I don't know. All right.
No judging here.
No judgment-free zone. I don't know, man.
That meal was a bit too heavy for us.
Oh man, it's like you finished yours, didn't you?
No, I didn't know the rice. I like half my rice was left. Roy downed it.
Well, he was hungry. He had lunch, man. That was his first lunch. That was our third lunch.
Oh boy. Non-stop burger.
Hold on, I'm gonna get some alcohol.
Starting early, huh?
Like, I mean, he just said like drink whenever you want. So all right, take him up on it. Posting him a cent.
You got the Royce Silver.
Yeah, no, he said it's cool.